my crochet and crafty friends. My name is Tracy and this is Travel Crochet. Welcome to another video. Now this video was going to start a bit differently. However, I made one thing to show you today, and my friend who comes over on a Wednesday night, when I make things, I put them on the kitchen table before I do my video. So they're sitting there, so ready to do my video. And she saw what I'd made and she had to have it and bought it and took it home. So I can't show you. So it was another of the fruit turtles from Happy Turtle Crochet. I'd made the watermelon version. I hadn't even gotten around to taking a photo of this. So what I might do is, after I finish recording this, send her a message, see if she can take a photo of it so I can at least post it up here during editing. Otherwise, if I can't get onto her, just trust me, I made one turtle. Now, there is a reason why I haven't made much this week. So I had started another item crocheting away, and then I was thinking about my live that I did last Sunday. And it was something that Mary, good old Mary, had mentioned during the live, that she's still scarred because the big Bluey that I made that, you know, ends up this big is humongous. On camera, things don't look as big as they are. And so Mary had looked up the link to that Bluey, purchased the pattern, and then made Bluey, and it has been scarred for life because he is huge and it was a huge amount of work. So I was thinking about that and I'm thinking the last Bluey I made, which was by Fennec Toys UA, I liked, but it's still, I had to create a tail because it wasn't in the pattern, and then I had to adjust this and adjust that, and I'm thinking I'm still not happy. So I decided to go down the journey of creating my own. So that has been my laser focus for the last couple of days. But before I go into that process, there's a couple of things that I want to say. So that's going to be in a second. But first, last video I said that I'm going to start shouting out other channels that I find. Now today I've got two channels that I want to shout out. The first one is Bubble Stitch Queen, and Michelle is the maker and owner of that channel. Now Michelle has a YouTube channel and an Instagram, which I'll link both in the description. I love Michelle's channel. She is so, I don't know, she just has an awe about her that she just makes me smile when I watch her, and I just love watching him and show what she's made, and I love her accent too. It's like, I'm a sucker for that accent. So, but it's a fairly new channel that I've been watching for a little while, and yeah, I think she deserves a whole lot more subscribers than she currently has. And so if you're looking for another channel to go check out, Bubble Stitch Queen, I think it's fantastic. I think she's got about 300 subscribers, something around that. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, she's definitely worth a watch, absolutely. And she makes, she was talking in my live the other day, and she talked about making a two-headed bunny, and I'm going, what could possibly be a two-headed bunny? But she shows it in her latest video, so go and have a look and see what she made. It is a really good make, so it'll be perfect for Halloween makes that would be, you know, coming up shortly for markets. So yeah, go check her out. Now, the next one that I want to shout out is a fairly new channel as well. And the name of the channel is Quack House Crochet. And Anna is the owner of the channel. She also has Instagram, which I'll link both in the description. But Anna has just gone down a journey that led into another journey. So Anna had decided that she was going to start crocheting people's logos, like at the markets, other vendors like sell different various things, and she'd already made one for I think it was a coffee company that sell coffee beans, if I'm right, and she made their little logo and gave it to them, and now when they're selling their products at the market, they have her little crochet plushie on display, which is fantastic. And then so Anna decided that her hubby, his favourite vendor to go to was a dried fruit or dried candy store, or freeze dried candy, something like that. Don't quite understand what the freeze dried part is, but anyway, it's candy. And so she went down the journey of showing us the logo of the candy shop or store, and she went on a journey to create the plushie to give to them. But while she was doing that, she had thought, well, Halloween's coming up. People like candy at that time of year. Maybe I could go down the journey of creating my own pattern. And so that is what she has done. So she has now created her first, well, 3 patterns actually. Well, it's 3 different versions of the one patterns of candy. And I will put a picture up here because she currently has her tester call out right now at this minute. So if you are interested in testing for Anna, send her a message on the post and put your name down to test it. Anna has kindly asked if I would test her pattern, which I am very happy to do, which I hope to start that tomorrow. And it looks really, really, really good for a first pattern. It looks really good, and it's perfect timing for Halloween coming up. So yeah, go and give both of those lovely ladies a follow. I think their channels are going to go really, really well. They're really interesting to listen to, have you know, different journeys that they're going on. So yeah. All right, now back to pattern designing. I forgot when I was making Leonard the lobster what this process is like. So if I had been smart, and Chris did mention to me at one stage that I should record this process, but I got so laser focused that I couldn't think about recording at the same time, so that kind of didn't happen. But I do want to shout out also Trish from G'day Crochet AU, who was in my live last Sunday, and I had mentioned that I would make more or design more patterns if I could work out Canva, because I don't want to keep making patterns in Word old school style, because I can't make them look pretty. Everyone's using Canva, and I'll be able to eventually work out with some assistance how when you get people to pattern test, you can send a link out from your Canva document and they can put comments into that document. Not there yet, but at least Trish has helped me by guiding me how to start the document and how to add things. So I thank Trish very, very much. So I've been going down the Canva cycle the last couple of days. I mean, I don't know if it will get better, but as a beginner, Canva, like I can make Canva YouTube thumbnails, no worries. I could do Canva my free patterns and the little, because they have the template for Instagram like posts. That was easy. But for some reason, when you start a document, I don't know if it's because like Australia has A4 paper size, and I believe that the US paper size is different to ours, so the pages seem to be big. Well, I don't know. When I print it out, like my printer's nearly out of ink, so it's not looking great. So it's like it sort of ends here, but there's all this gap down here. But anyway, so I'm actually calling the bundle the Healers because I'll be doing Bluey and Bingo. But copyright reasons, you can't use that name. So the pack will be called the Healers, and I'll have blue healer and red healer. I know, really, really great names. I've really thought hard about that. But they're Australian dogs. The TV show is made in Australia. So, you know, we had to go down that route. So I will show you my first prototype that I created. So what I do, the process is I start making, and I have my phone open beside me with the notes open, and I just have dot points, or I put a heading of what I'm making first, and then put dot points of what I'm doing as I'm doing it, so I don't forget. So that is the process. I finish a row, type it in my notepad, and continue like that. And then if I frog out something because it didn't work, delete that bit and then start again. So the first one is, well, it was a reasonable first draft, I would say. It's not the greatest though. Okay, so here's first draft of Bluey. So the idea, because I had, you know, doing my research, I had 1,000,001. I had Chris's iPad beside me with images of Bluey up. I had my iPad with other images of Bluey up. Then I printed out these pictures that I found on Pinterest, but it's hard to see. But because I may or may not, I don't know if it's worthwhile, because I was printing out, like, this is Bluey's family. So I didn't realize, like, but if I look at Dad and Mum, which is Bandit and Chili, they don't look that much different from Bingo and Bluey. So I thought, it's probably, the kids aren't really going to really recognize the difference with those. But then there's like Aunt Frisky and there's Uncle Rad, but then I don't know if the kids would just prefer Bluey and Bingo and they don't really care about the rest of them, like they would in the show, but to buy, I don't know. So anyway, I started going down that rabbit hole and went, nope, we'll just stick with Bluey and Bingo, blue healer, red healer. And my idea was I'm trying to make it as low so as possible. So with this, and also the images I was looking at, Bluey's feet, he has little toes. So I wanted to make sure I put little toes in him. And look, we're going to have colour changes because he's Bluey. There is definitely, you can't get away from having colour changes with Bluey. So I'm making the eye patches, but obviously people can choose to have the felt patches behind the eyes. I was trying in this one to make the ears nose-sew and in the pattern. So I was sort of going around, then coming back and then going back again, like chaining and turning and that. But it just didn't look right. It just wasn't turning out. But at the back, I have a few more colour changes, I know, but Bluey does have 3 spots on his back. I've seen a lot of other patterns where they do the big spot on the back, but that's actually his dad that has the big spot. Bluey has 3 little spots on his back. And he's got a tail. With the last pattern I did, he didn't even have a tail included. So I've done the tail and his little muzzle. And so we create the arms beforehand, and you create 1 foot, 2nd foot, and then we walk all the way up to the head. But then, yeah, the ears kind of ruined this one. So now I've made a second one, and which I ended up creating the ears, and you have to sew them on. It just doesn't seem like I'd get away with doing the no-sew version. So this is version number 2, and he's a bit more solid. He's a bit more, because this one, for some reason, I decided to decrease at the head, but it just makes him look a little bit weird. So I was like, yeah, no, we need to, Bluey in the pictures is all pretty much one solid pill shape, really. So I've made him a bit chubbier. The eyes are still the same. Now, the ears, I like this style that I've made because they do automatically just stick up and they don't flop down. Chris says, now I don't know, I'll try it. He says that all the pictures, and he found tonight, he found a picture, no, a Facebook group that is Adults Who Love Bluey page on Facebook. And he said every single thing that has Bluey in it, he has the eyebrows. And he said eyebrows, and he said maybe if I have the eyebrows, the eyes won't look like he's seen a ghost. He looks like he's scared or terrified. It wouldn't look like that if you had the felt behind the eyes, but I don't have. I mean, I do have felt, but I don't think it's the right felt. Look, I've got this, but it's really, really stiff and kind of thick, and I don't think it doesn't bend well, so I don't think this felt would do. But then other felt like that's behind it, which I don't have. I don't think I've got a white version of this. I don't know if this would work. I mean, obviously it's the wrong color, but this thickness, I don't know if it's too floppy. So yeah, I kind of don't win with felt. So that's why I was crocheting for the people who don't do felt. So I will try adding the eyebrows next to see if that makes him less startled, because he looks rather startled at the moment. Yeah, I don't know how else to change that. If anyone's got any suggestions, I am definitely up for it. I am pretty happy with the rest of it. I believe. So yeah, I think I've got the color changes here. All right. I've got the arm length. Okay. The legs, you know, he's sort of all proportioned. So I'm happy with that. It's just working out the eye and eyebrow situation, I think, is where I'm up to with that. But then because I'd already made 2 Blueys now, I needed a break before I make another one. But then I've got to try and do the eyebrows yet as well. So I've just started this afternoon on Bingo. So I have so far 2 ears. Oops, dropping them. 2 ears made. Now it's really hard because this is the orange that I got from the Portercraft, and this is Zaddy's Crafts, a really good chenille, and it's a really, really pale orange, apricot-y kind of colour. But then her arms, at the bottom of her arms and like her patch on the front of her is like a cream colour, and it's, I don't know when it's more together when I start making the body if that will brighten up because there's more of it, if you know what I mean. So anyway, and for the people who were telling me when I did my last video comparing Portercraft with Zach's really good chenille yarn, they said I couldn't compare the two of them. Well, I can, because this blue is Portercraft, the white is Zach's. This blue is a really good chenille, Zach's. That brown tan here is the Portercraft. They're the same size, they mix together perfectly, so they do mix. And when I was trying to create these ears, the blue, dark blue is the Portercraft. And someone said, oh, you can't make magic rings with it, you can't sew, you can't frog. I frogged those ears at least 15 times trying to get them right and then never got it right. But it was all the Portercraft. So you can do it, it does work, it has improved. I'm not sure when the person that made that comment, the last time they'd used Portercraft, but it has improved from previous times. Yes, when you cut the yarn and go to, sometimes when I'm tying the knot, I'll get a handful of the yarn then, the fluff that comes off it. but it does, I definitely frogged with it heaps on trying to get this one done. So they do mix well together, I must say. So I think that's a good blend, because some of the colours I'm after Zach has, but then other colours he didn't have, but the Portercraft had. So I think it can sort of mix and match, which is really good to know. Then, so I've got, yeah, the tail, and I've got her 2 arms done so far. And then, I mean, the eye patches, and it's like, they look funny like this, the eye patch and the nose with the safety nose in it. I mean, people can obviously embroider those, but I just find it's faster to just stick a safety nose in. So that's where, as far as I've gotten with Bingo so far. But her patch at the back of her, I won't be able to just copy this, because her patch is actually one big patch like the dad's one, and not 3. So I have to change the pattern for this. So I will be having a separate pattern for the blue healer, and then a separate pattern, like still in the same bundle, but a separate pattern for the red healer. Because you're colour changing, it would be way too confusing to add extra colours. So if you're doing Bingo, do these colours, and it would be way too much to even understand. So I'm trying to colour code in the pattern, so the numbers will change colour to the colour that you're meant to be changing to. But it's funny, you do your layouts and you end up with, I was redoing the second one and writing all over it that, no, that was wrong, this was wrong, change this, change that. And so it's a very big process, that is for sure. Plus, I mean, it'd be all right if you'd already created some of these and had your starting pattern outline, the boxes, I guess, already in Canva. So once I've got this one done and down pat, at least next time I will have the layout as I want it, but then I could just change colours to the pattern that I want to match, or images. So, but I'm still not happy 100%. I'm not overly happy with it. So Anna from Quackhouse Crochet, when we've been chatting on Instagram, she has offered to help me with the layout, and she'll help pattern test as well, but help with Canva, because Canva, when you're not great at it, is a little frustrating. But yeah, once we've got that first pattern done, the outline, it's going to make it so much easier for further patterns down the track, and hopefully I'll be able to write more patterns more often. So that is where the last 2 days have completely gone. Like, I am laser focused right now, and I think we have decided that the next 2 markets we're not going to, so I have contacted the coordinators and told them that, and they said that is fine. I mean, they understand that I'm handmade, there's only one of me, there's only so much that you can sell, and if you keep having really good markets, I can't keep making the amount that I was selling. So I needed a break, but it's also giving me the space in my brain to say, phew, I can relax. I want it to remain fun. It's not a business for me, so I don't have to go to every market. I just like the interactions when I go, which is really good for my mental health. But if it's going to start affecting my mental health, because then I start putting pressure on myself, like, oh, you should make this, you need to make that, and whatever, then no. It's time to take a break and just relax and have fun with it, and then give myself the opportunity to do these things and write patterns. So that's where I'm up to. And I even had to think, is like, what day is it today? It is Wednesday. Okay, I need to put out a video. I was that laser focused that I was just forgetting what day of the week it is. So Sunday, I'm not going to market, so I will have another live because it is so much fun being able to chat with you live, but also be able to respond to questions straight away, or I can ask people questions and get feedback straight away. So if I get further down the track with Bingo and Bluey, I might be able to ask you some questions on the live. But if I remain laser focused that I have been, I may even get to a stage that I don't know, no, probably not before Sunday, I'd say, because I still need Anna and Anna has a child herself and works full time. So she's offered to help, but I'm certainly not going to put any pressure on her for, you know, this needs to be done now. Whatever help I can get from people that have really good knowledge of Canva, which I do not, and it's so different. It is so different. Like something to me that thinks, oh, I should be able to just click and put a picture there. No, I can't. And I can't even work out how you even put a picture in. Oh, anyway, it is hard. So that has been my learning for the last couple of days, but I'm having fun designing again. I just felt like, and I just wanted a market make Bluey that's not too big. What do I do? I have my iced coffee here, glass, you know. So here's a reasonable size, a good market make. I'm trying to make it that I was trying to make it, as like I said, as low sew as possible. We're going to have to sew the muzzle on. If you decide to crochet the eye patches, you're going to have to sew them on. I did contemplate doing colour changes for the eye patches, but then it's going to be another colour change, and I don't think people would like that. Let me know if you would. I'm assuming people would not like extra colour changes. So people could either decide to use the felt or do these patches. The ears, look, I tried so hard to, if anyone's got any suggestions of how I could get the ears to work to make them crocheted in, please let, oh look, I tried, but it just wasn't looking right at all. So I'm gonna have a whole heap of Blueys and a whole heap of Bingos by the time I finish with this. I keep calling them that, red heel or blue heel, but we know what they are. Just copyright reasons, you can't actually put that in the pattern, obviously. Yeah, anybody got any comments, suggestions, what you would change so far, anything you would add? Should I add the eyebrows? I mean, I'm going to try anyway, because yes, every picture of Bluey does have the eyebrows, so I probably should try, and he may not look as startled. He looks like he's got headlights on him, or he's taken something he shouldn't have. He looks a bit, Anyway, he's a work in progress. We're getting there. But Mary, this one is for you. And Mary, because I caused you so much pain, I will give you a free copy of the pattern when it is completed. I think I deserve that, to do that for you, since I stressed you out. But maybe like Robin has started with Knotting Hook Crochet, I usually don't drink cans of Coke or anything, but maybe I need to buy one, and so I can put the can like Robin has started doing beside the plushies, so you know what size they actually turn out, because yeah, it is really hard to tell on camera what size things are. Anyway, so that was basically just a video talking about my designing issues. But I would love your feedback. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments. Yeah, and we shall see you Sunday. Again, Sunday will be a live, but it will also be my normal video that I put out as well, so we might see some progress or not on that. Oh, and I nearly forgot. I just happened to check. Like, I've learnt now that I need to check regularly on the computer for new members, and I have a new member. Oh my Lord. Coastal Crochet UK. Oh my god, I thought I had written down, I had all these things written down. I don't want to say it wrong. I feel bad. Oh no, I can't open my computer. I have my phone recording in the way. Anyway, I have it picture somewhere. I will put it here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Travellers. And as I say to all the other ladies, all my members, if you would like a free copy of all my patterns that I have designed, please send me an email, because I do not get your email when you join membership for privacy reasons. Contact me through Instagram or send me an email and I will send you a free copy of my patterns. Coastal Crochet UK, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I apologize. I thought I had written everything down, but it is wherever I put it and also in the description. So thank you so much. I can't believe I'm up to 5 members. That is so unbelievable to me. I just can't believe it. But thank you so much for all your support, everyone. I so much appreciate it. And we shall see you on Sunday for the live and for my video. All right, until then, see you guys. Bye.